Hello everyone and welcome back to IMO Reviews, and today we're discussing Blink Twice. Blink Twice is the directorial debut from Zoe Kravitz. Two female friends on a night out, one of which who gets chatted up by a tech billionaire and invited out to a very special remote island full of drugs, drink, partying and anything else you can imagine. But paradise might not be quite what it seems. I must admit, I went into this completely blind. The only information and knowledge I had of this movie was that at my local bus stop there is a poster of a skinhead Channing Tatum with a camera, and the photograph is coming out of that camera and it's a picture of the main girl. It doesn't really tell you anything. It doesn't really invoke any sort of genre. It could be a horror. It could be a film about modelling. And it was very refreshing to sit in a cinema and not know what cards I was going to be dealt. And I must admit, for the first hour of the movie, I was a tad disappointed. I didn't really care for any of the characters that deeply. I didn't think they were awful or insufferable, but I just didn't know them well enough or understand them well enough. I liked the performances, I liked the actors, but there was a bit of a connective issue between me and the screen in that first act in particular. But I can gladly say that for me, the film dramatically improved the longer it went on. I far preferred the second and third act to the first. And even in my struggles with that first act, I can still appreciate that the cinematography was pretty impressive. There's some very clever, quick, precise editing that I think is really understated here that's very good. I thought the music was pretty subtle as well. It's never booming over anyone and being obnoxiously noticeable. It was always very subtle and kept to a minimum, but still affecting the tone of the scene. Locations, set designs, costume, it's all really good. It really was just characters and story that wasn't grabbing me. And as I mentioned, that did change as it went on. As we start getting to the island and we actually start exploring what's going on here, I did find myself getting invested and caring a lot more. It was interesting, it was intriguing, I wanted to know what the film had to say. And what I like most about Blink Twice is the subtlety in its delivery of its message. It is quite clear, it's not hard to miss, but it isn't beating you over the head with it. And I, for one, have really struggled with movies in the past few years that just take their message and just use it to assault you. It's annoying and pretentious, and it makes the director feel like he's forcing you to feel the same way as he is, rather than making you to relate to the way that they feel. Blink Twice didn't do that. It presented the ideas, it explored the ideas, it explained its ideas. It is saying a lot about society, about men and women, and I think it's being exceptionally fair, at least within the confines of the story anyway. I do think the ending is a little bit goofy, but I can roll with it because I do think it fits everything that they've been trying to say and explore. Don't think it's perfect, but I can roll with it. I did find the comedy to be trying a little bit too hard and very rarely landing, to be honest with you, and I do think the story asks you to take one too many leaps of faith. There is a certain point in the story where I personally found it easier to take it all with a pinch of salt, which was a real shame to see this movie fall back on something so lazy. Blink Twice ended up being a very pleasant surprise, and for it to be a directorial debut from Zoe Kravitz, who I really like as an actress, it just further impresses me. I'm going to give Blink Twice a 6 out of 10. Thank you for watching this review. Please be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and please do hit the comment section as well. Have you seen Blink Twice? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, if you haven't had enough of this crazy ginger, we can always click on these suggested videos right here and get yourself lost in an IMO wormhole. But if not, take care. I look forward to seeing you on the next review.